these are the results from the hot part of the starch thickening power of Starches lab. I haven't put them in the refrigerator yet, but we have the tapioca on our left, middle is the cornstarch, and then on the right is the wheat flour. And so the wheat flour had a much smoother consistency. The cornstarch had a slimy, thick consistency, and then the tapioca was a little bit thinner than the cornstarch. And so the explanation for the results of this lab were basically, so we have this raw starch in their granules, and they're made up of amylose and amylopectin. And so the addition of water breaks the amylose crystallinity and inherently disrupts the helicase granules swell. And so the addition of heat and more water causes more swelling, and then the amylose begins to diffuse out of the granule, and then we receive our hot starch paste. And then the granules, now containing mostly amylopectin, have collapsed and are basically held in a matrix of amylose, forming your gel. Okay, so here we have our results from the starch lab in terms of viscosity. This is from just previously off the stove, so these are hot. They have not been put in the refrigerator yet. So we have the regular cornstarch, then we have the acid, which is the vinegar, and we have the sugar. So the sugar one is a little bit more milky. The acid one, kind of more slimy, if you will. And then the cornstarch one is probably a mix of both. So the explanation of these results is the expected effect of an acid on the gelatinization of a starch paste is the decrease of the viscosity of a starch gel due to the acid hydrolysis of some of the starch. And then with sugar, that sugar competes with the starch for the water, and then therefore inhibits and delays gelatinization. So here we are measuring the temperature of the sugar, salt, and the fourth cup of water. So we're getting up there in temperature. Definitely looks like it's gonna be very, very hot. So obviously my marshmallows did not turn out as planned. They had this sort of fatty look to them, kind of slimy, but they still tasted okay. But obviously we're supposed to be seeing a more fluffy like texture with a that stickiness and that fluffiness that marshmallows have. And so that's what should have happened in this lab. And then we're just about to go into why this happens.